I'm sorry. You okay there? Here, let me help you up. Ugh, you okay? Sorry about that. It usually doesn't happen too often. Oh shit, let me get that for you. Oh.
Please do me the favor of not underestimating me, will you, sir?
Oh, fuck me.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Hey you! Wait just a minute! I didn't get to use my Shiranui at the Shiranui school to teach you a lesson!
Hey, honey. You won't believe who I ran into too.
Would it happen to be a modern-day ninja girl?
Where's my wife?
You should be getting a message right about now. But don't worry, she is safe. For now. But no promises.
What do you want?
Just a few words. Is it better than Street Fighter?
What is?
Don't play stupid with me, sir.
Never. It can never be better.
Oh, big American boy, who won't admit he likes the series too.
The last one I played was 98.
Oh, wait, really? You haven't kept up with the series?
Not really. I mostly stayed with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Tekken occasionally.
Okay, how about this? You grow up, play this game, and prove it's better than
I would never say it's better than Street Fighter.
5.
What?
That's right. I declare that it'll be better than Street Fighter 5.
Can it really be better than Street Fighter 5? They had roughly the same amount of development time.
Only one way to find out, silly American.
Alright, you're on.
You bloody little fat dick wanker. Dare you betray us? I will never let you go.
King of Fighters XIV was released on August 23rd, 2016, exclusively for the PlayStation 4. Looks like Capcom's Street Fighter finally has some competition.
Kinda reminds you of the old days, huh? Nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, nothing at all. Street Fighter could use some good old-fashioned competition. Developed by SNK, of course, and like the title suggests, it's the 14th entry in the series, directed by Yasuyuki Yoda. Sorry if I said that wrong. Who previously worked on Street Fighter 4. Well, damn. But what makes it stand out among the whole series is the fact it is the first game in the series to go CG.
That is correct. Its last game, King of Fighters XIII, had very intricate sprites that were very detailed, so it's a huge change to see them going this way.
Now, is that a bad thing?
Don't ask me, I'm just a modern-day ninja girl.
I hate you so much. But I guess it really isn't that bad. No, not really.
Care to elaborate?
Well, like I said, the CG is not bad. It's not like the game doesn't have its core mechanics. In fact, I think they're the best yet in the series, and very accessible. But if you're a longtime fan, especially after almost 15 games in the series and spin-offs, it's hard to accept them finally going from sprites to CG. Hell, Blaze Blue invests greatly in its sprites animations in every installment, and even that series would be strange going from sprites to CG.
There's more to it, isn't there?
Yes. As Simon pointed out, some of the CG, or most of it, does look a bit outdated. Even more so, we put it side by side with Street Fighter 4 or 5, even Mortal Kombat. However, I do feel this is what makes the series stand out. Because let's face it, King of Fighters is more goofy than the other franchises of this genre. They fully embrace the fan service and cliche animated characters. Even if I played every game in this franchise, I still believe it's a King of Fighters game, and CG style, though maybe considered many to be outdated, is completely fine. However, only one thing for sure can confirm this to be true.
And how do you plan to do that?
The boobs!
Excuse me?
Titties, fun back, the boobs! Fuck yeah, boob physics! You know the thing that Capcom didn't want in their game, even though Chun-Li for months had no bra glitch? You know, fan service? Due to feminism and shit, Capcom removed certain angles in the game, or the famous rainbow makeup butt slap, because it was too over-sexualized. But SNK had the balls to say, fuck that shit, let them bounce! Every character pretty much bounces. But to be certain, we have to check longtime fan service character, Mai, and oh my god, it is glorious! Look at them boobs bounce! Look over there!
Pervert!
Yeah, I deserved that.
Do that again, and I will use my Shironui style to remove it.
Moving on. This may seem immature and stupid, but boob physics, especially Mai's, have always been this way for over 20 years, and those were sprites. So seeing this in CG does make me happy that SNK didn't back down from one of their longtime mechanics.
Getting off the boobs for now.
Boobs.
Right. This entry in King of Fighters has the biggest cast of playable characters yet. Over 50 characters.
Wait, did you say 50 characters?
Yes, 50 characters.
50 characters on launch day.
Yes, it even says it on the back of the box.
Oh shit, it does. Oh my god, it's true. There are 50. Well, 48 you start with, but the last two can be unlocked beating story once. Thus bringing the total to 50, and each character plays different. Sure, there's the basic commands, but each have moves and combos unique to them. I'm still trying to get over the 50 characters. Longtime fan favorites are here. Terry, Mai, Karo. Street Fighter V on launch day only had 16, with 6 added later as DLC, bringing the total to 22. Not even half of the list in this game. And both of these games came out the same year.
Amazing, isn't it?
You're telling me there's just so much to learn. Hell, the climax moves. Some really give me the giggles and make me feel really good pulling them off. Though some can be tricky as hell, which I think it's time to go over the controls.
If you don't mind, I think I can handle this part.
Fine with me. I get more game time in before a match.
Should be self-explanatory for fighting games to have similar button layout, but there are minor differences. Square, triangle do low punch and high punch respectively, while X and circle do low kick and high kick. Rotating the left joystick or using the D-pad can perform special moves and ults similar to Street Fighter V. X and triangle or R1 activate max mode, allowing you to perform stronger versions of your special moves. Square and X at the same time do a dodge roll that can be used to get behind your opponent or get some distance. This move is very useful in dodging energy blasts or certain rush moves to get close and personal with your opponent. In fact, hitting these two buttons at the right time doing a throw can cause you to roll not taking any damage at all. When close to an opponent, just tapping square enters the character's rush mode for quick damage, and having a few levels of your super meter can make the last hit of the rush be a special move or alt. Other than that, the gameplay is similar to Street Fighter V.
But not too similar. In fact, this game, in my personal opinion, is much easier to pick up for newcomers in the series of fighting genre. The fighting mechanics are really smooth too. With perfect use of the dodge roll and counters can really make some intense matches. Damn, you climaxed me?
At least you can say you climaxed the woman for once.
Fuck you, surprise abortion!
It's this.
And that's how I want Annie to do it.
What, if you're pregnant?
Yeah, getting spread to do the dirty work.
You're sick. But all serious, the game is very easy to pick up, and its tutorial mode, my god, it's much more in depth with every mechanic in the game. In fact, I want to say its explanation works so much better than Street Fighter V.
Ready to admit it yet?
Well, it does have 50 characters, pretty good mechanics, and, well, boobs.
And?
You traitorous little bitch!
Cammy, it's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like.
How dare you betray your fandom?
Cammy, it's been too long.
Shut it, bitch! I'm here for him. How dare you play this? Is this a bloody steel case?
Yes, it's pretty sweet, huh?
I can't remember when I last saw one of these buggers.
Nice, isn't it? Shows that one of our companies still has class.
Shut up, fight twit, spoiled little cunt. I'm here for him.
Excuse me?
Shut up, ripeable fresh cunt. Or I suppose it's not that France will the 49 characters to play bandit. Whore. Ow, you shit-faced dark cunt! That really hurt! I'm gonna have a lump there, you idiot! You're in the fan! Honestly, you fight like a child!
I'm gonna kick your British ass.
Hey, not on the couch! Are you guys interested in three-way? Oh! Oh, God! That really does hurt. I'm gonna have a lump there. You do fight like a child. Well, let's go over the story. Or what story there is. I ain't gonna lie or run around on this. The story is simple. Play several rounds, aka arcade style, with a few CG cutscenes in between. and an ending steel frame slideshow with the characters you play. Long story short, a tournament is held, you face the host, then a dark monster appears named Verse, and you have to beat him. That's it. It's not bad. Now hold on to the hate. When it came to fighting games and stories, honestly, Mortal Kombat 9 was the first to really showcase the story mode, and done it right. This is simplistic. It feels like the 90s story mode fighting games had, and it works out. There's some nostalgia with it. Does it beat Street Fighter V? No, Street Fighter V story mode is more put together. However, their cinematic story mode didn't come out till 4 months later. So we go over the core game on launch day, it was just a stupid prologue mode for each character. So I would say on launch day, this game's arcade story mode is much better than Street Fighter V. Let's see what else they have. Well, of course, Versus has the 3-person team mode, aka Marvel vs. Capcom, and single versus. Oh shit. Of course, need another player. No. This versus CPU? And you can set the difficulties? Oh, fuck yeah! See, this is what Street Fighter was missing. This here is where the game wins me over. Fuck Street Fighter V.
Excuse me?
Shut it, Cammy. Let me explain. Street Fighter V, as you went over with me in the review, lacks a versus CPU. Now granted, there was survival, but it was repetitive.
This game has survival.
Yes, it does, but it's done better. See, in Street Fighter V, no matter what character you chose, it was the same order of fights depending on the difficulty. In fact, a list from IGN here shows who you fight in what order on each difficulty. Here in King of Fighters, I chose Mai several times and the first fight was always a different opponent as well. Never the same order. The random factor is really good. Not only that, but as soon as you finish a fight, it goes to the next one with no load times. Not to mention I don't have to select a boost, which is a cool concept in Street Fighter V, but when it happens after each fight, I feel it slows down the flow.
Okay, I would agree with you that survival sucked bad in Street Fighter V.
And back to the point, I can do versus CPU, which we both agree Street Fighter V was lacking and still is. I know there's training, but it's nothing compared to fighting a real CPU character.
Okay, online was broken on day one. It was broken for months before it was fixed. There's no way they perfected it. Wanna bet, you British cunt? I'm gonna bloody pop them.
That is another huge factor. The online's been working great since launch day, and I got a few games in. I even invited a friend and it works great. But it seems, at least to me, there isn't really a big community to this game, because most times I see 3 to 4 battle lounges in free versus.
So online isn't working for them. We've a bigger community. Cheers, love, we're better than you. Oh, my other tit! You asshole!
Other than that, there's a time trial mode to see how fast you can go 10 rounds, and then a mission trial mode to perform combos and moves similar to Street Fighter V or the Capcom related game.
Copycats. Fuck you, British dyke. You wanna go, cunt? I'll take what little package you have.
The music's good too. Not as catchy as Street Fighter, but again, I haven't played too many King of Fighters, there's nostalgia for it. I give this game an 8.8 out of 10. Yes, its graphics aren't as great as Street Fighter V, but it works for this game style of humor and cliches, and grows on you. The mechanics similar to Street Fighter are much easier to pick up and allow for quick learning. Story mode is so-so, but if you like 90s arcade, then it works. But what it really comes down to it, and this is what the core games had at launch days, King of Fighters XIV has a story mode, better survival, with a random factor, versus CPU that Street Fighter V is lacking, and online mode that has actually worked, but needs more people playing, and this is what would determine if long-term support for this game will continue. But overall, the extra modes like Trial Attack work. The price for this game, which is more complete than Street Fighter V, is well worth it, not to mention the huge cast of 50 characters and probably future DLC planned as well. If you like fighting games and want something that is better worth the $60 price tag, then this beats Street Fighter V any day. Yes, Mai, it is better. Cammy, deep down, you know what it is too.
I suppose you're right, wanker. Truth, Mai? Hell no, bitch! No way I'm letting this down. We better than you. What did you say?
Ladies, there is only one true way we can settle this.
I'm fucking British cunt. You jock. Trash. There's some fans at your tits. You're a bloody wanker. I'll prove that Street Fighter's better than you, Cammy. Fuck you. Different. Use this attack. I've got it. This attack. Got it. Yes. Bam!
And my work here is done. I'm gonna go take a walk now. Give them some space. Oh, I know. I'll take a walk by that huge wall I saw earlier. That would be fantastic.
And why is it so damn cloudy? The anime was so sunny, further emphasizing the gore.
It boots up. It doesn't look too bad. It was a PS1 game, so it's what you would expect from PS1 era graphics. But don't you think they could have chose other colors besides gray and dark blue?